What's happening, crew? I am TokenFan22, and welcome to another gameplay video. So, I'm doing something else a little different this time. And what it is basically showing what I went through to try to get this mod to work right. For those of you that might have watched my other video, which is available right now, I was basically testing out Project Demigod. And there's a little bit of a story behind it, which I'm going to explain in this video, but I'm also going to explain what I did to help fix this particular problem that I had when I was trying to get my mod uploaded to the game. So I'm sure that this is common knowledge to most folks who do this more than I do, especially for those that, they make a living off of this stuff. But I just felt that it was necessary to just kind of put my 2 cents in and show you what my experience was like. Anyway, so I'm just going to jump right into the video, show you what I did, and hopefully it'll be some good information to you for those who really are into the whole 3D modeling thing. I mean, it may not be much, but every little bit helps. Trust me, I know. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Discord and Level Up Hero, the guy that created uh, Project Demigod. And I just got to say thank you for all the tips that y'all gave me. It really has helped me out a lot. Anyway, let's move on to the video.
Okay, so here we are in Blender. I wanted to do a little tutorial for how I fixed a scaling issue for my avatar. A little bit of a backstory behind it. I was having some trouble trying to upload a mod to the Project Demigod game. For those of you that's been keeping up with my channel and see my recent video, you know that I did a little bit of gameplay for Project Demigod, and this was the VR form that I refer to it as the avatar, my 3D model basically. This is what I used in game. And when I first found out that you could put mods in that game, I it I was just really excited about it and wanted to basically just put my own persona in that game and really test it out for myself. The whole thing definitely said, this was me, I have to get it done. So it took me a long time to figure out what the problem was because every time I uploaded my mod and I would try to use it in the VR game, it would come out looking like somebody just took a huge hammer and just crushed me with it.
Oh!
So I had to reach out on the Discord, and I have to give a shout out to Level Up Hero as well as everyone else on Discord that answered my questions. They really helped me out. And once I finally found what the answer was, I was able to do this actually rather quickly and fix the problem. So I've been enjoying the game even more ever since. So once again, I say to the Discord, Level Up Hero, Project Demigod, everybody involved, thank you. So I have Blender pulled up here because this is how I created my 3D model in the first place. This is the program that I used. And what my problem was that I was trying to make those changes in the Unity game engine. But Unity doesn't always work all that well when it comes to doing that. Now, if you're like running it through an SDK and using that to try to put it in whatever game you're trying to boot up, then that's different. Prime example would be when I ran my 3D model through the SDK that was used for VR chat. And that's pretty much where it all began. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so what my problem was that when I needed to scale my 3D model down, I should have done it in Blender instead of in Unity. So what I'm going to show you is how I just scaled it down using Blender, which in retrospect is definitely much easier compared to trying to do it in Unity anyway. So I have my 3D model here, and what I have pulled up is the hierarchy up here, and then down here is the scaling for the object. And as you can see, it goes in XYZ format. So one of the things that I thought about doing at first, and you can use this to your discretion, but I would recommend not doing it. I was going to originally use the scaling tool and just scale it down and then run everything through the SDK for Project Demigod and Unity. Once I clicked on the scaling tool, I scaled onto the avatar, but you don't necessarily want to do that because if you try to scale it like that, it's going to come out looking like this. So you don't want to do that. I'm just going to fix that real quick. So it took me a while to figure out, mostly because it had been a minute since I've touched any more 3D modeling programs anyway. But I had to make sure to remember that when I'm scaling everything down, I'm scaling down everything, as in the 3D model, the bones that's used to make it move and work, all of that stuff. So I go up to my hierarchy up here. Now, everybody's hierarchy is different because everybody seems to have a lot more stuff. I have a little less compared to everyone else, mostly because I don't have that much detail. Now, what you're going to want to do is go up here to your hierarchy, and you're going to want to highlight everything in your hierarchy to make sure that when you scale it up or down, that you're able to do it accurately. So I'm going to hit where it says armature right here, and then I'm going to hold shift. Well, first I'm going to go down, hold shift on the last item right here. Click on it, and that's going to highlight the whole entire hierarchy. Now, instead of trying to use the scale tool for this, I'm going to go down to where it says scale XYZ. And these are the numbers as far as the current length, width, and height that it's at right now. You see where all the numbers are the same. You're still going to want the numbers to be the exact same so that everything will scale down, in my case, scale down accurately. So what I did for my 3D model, I needed to make sure that it was smaller so that it could fit within the Project Demigod game. So what I did was I went to each part of the scale, X, Y, and Z, and I basically came up with the number 140 or 0.14 from what it was displaying as in the Unity SDK. So I just hit 0.140. Hang on. All right, so I hit 0.140, and as you can see, it starts changing as you change each part of the scale. 0.140. And like I said, once all the numbers are the same, then boom. This is how your 3D model should turn out. So looking down on it, as you can see, it is much smaller compared to how it was before. And this is what I basically had to do in order for it to fit in the SDK. The reason why my 3D model was looking so broken was because I really did need to scale it down, and it just would not fit within the world of Project Demigod. So looking back, it makes a lot of sense as to why it looked the way that it did. Because I hadn't bothered to change the size of my 3D model since I first created it for VR chat. So that was what my problem was. Anyway, I do hope that this little tutorial helped anybody who might have been curious. I know that everybody's experience is different when it comes to 3D modeling, and I know there are others out there who have probably better skills as well as more accurate depictions of how to fix some of these problems. But this was something that I felt was necessary, that I thought would be uh, a nice little video to make, just to kind of show what my process was. But once I scaled it down, I ran it right back through the Unity SDK for Project Demigod, and it's been working ever since. So for those of you that once again have not seen my Project Demigod video yet, it's up and ready to view. So you can definitely see the difference between this and what was basically an abomination. But anyway, I hope that this will help out anyone who might have been curious.
All right, everybody. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully, it was pretty informative to you. And who knows? Maybe I'll do another one of these videos one day if necessary. I got a few other things coming along in the works as usual. I just hope that I'll be able to get around to finishing it. But anyway, I really hope that you all, like I said, enjoyed the video. So I would appreciate if you would comment down below, let me know what you think, power punch that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all stay safe out there. This is TofuFan22, logging out.